1 2 1 2, and I say 1 2. This is left-handed at RM Desk on Twitter, which is this right now. All right. Down in Sports Talk in the building. Salute to my Cody Yada Bear. All right. Salute to the homie Win Walker. I just wanted to take a few minutes to give my perspective and eulogy on the 2024 New York Yankees season. Got a World Series hat, right? World Series hat, right? It's a throwback already. I'm wearing this in honor of the game that was supposed to take place tomorrow night in LA, which will not. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all for a few minutes, man, in regards to what a Yankee fan's perspective is, not the pie in the sky, not the New Jacks, right? But a real Yankee perspective regarding the World Series. Great season by the Yankees, it's always going to be some dramatics involved. Dramatics in the, division series with the Royals, dramatic in the championship series with Cleveland. It's always going to be some dramatics, but this was the series that a lot of people was waiting for, myself included. I'll pat myself on the back and say back in March, I picked the Yankees and the Dodgers in the World Series, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But again, at the end of the day, the Yankees just got beat by a better team. And what I mean by a better team is that a team that recognized the Yankees' flaws all day long. They knew that the Yankees were a flawed team defensively, right? They knew that the Yankees couldn't really catch the ball like that. That's been their MO. That was their MO all season long. They knew that they were the worst base running team in baseball, right? So they were going to take advantage of the Yankees and their shortcomings, and they did that. Going into the series, the Yankees were suggested that the pitching was going to just kind of dominate, and they had stretches, but at the end of the day, it was the defense that did the Yankees in. Period. I don't care what nobody says. Shout out to my man Buzzy A. I don't care what nobody says. It's the defense that did the Yankees in. And as a Yankee supporter and fan, I've been rocking with them since 1976. This was, terrible, man. The fifth inning in Game 5 was some of the worst baseball I've ever seen. And I've been watching Yankee baseball. I've been watching baseball, period, a long time, right? It was a play that the Pittsburgh Pirates made maybe 5 or 6 years ago against the Chicago Cubs. That was bananas. But this was just a whole total team effort in one inning. I don't see how you allow a team to get 3 outs and turn it into 6 outs. Again, I'm not really the pie in the sky dude about it getting better and all that, because this is what you play for. This is not the division series. We can say, okay, we got some things to work on. Not the championship series, but okay, they were just better than us. This is the World Series where you got outplayed straight like that. No, ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you were really watching this World Series, the Dodgers were ready and the Yankees were not. I mean, they had an outburst, but then the defense kind of like wiped away that, 11-4 win in Game 4. So I'm just thinking that, man, a lot of people were let down. I'm not going to yell and scream because they already know what it is, but I am going to say this. I'm not really big on Juan Soto. If he stays, he stays. If he goes, he goes. Because I knew that coming in. That's why I used to get a 1-year deal, and you do what you do, and then you apply your wares. So if he leaves, then so be it. We got a plan for future without him. But hey, who wants a guy in right field, even though he's one of the best players in the game? He's got a ring already. You know what I mean? He's going to be there. But again, I noticed a lackadaisical play in right field. Okay, this is the World Series. You're supposed to charge that ball. Don't let that ball play you. All right. Big spots at bat. You know what I mean? We needed that. And it didn't happen. So for me, if Juan Soto stays, all right. If Juan Soto goes, all right. I'm good with it either way. Because I think that we have a team that can, win without Juan Soto. We don't need him if he doesn't want to be here. You know, so again, I'm not even going to dwell on that. Let me get to our captain, Aaron Judge. Like, I think Aaron Judge is going to learn from this. I mean, geez, Louise, like, yeah, come on, man. You know what I mean? It's no explanation for none of that. You know, it's no explanation. You just drop the ball. You know what I mean? You had a brain fart, you know, and I'm really not interested in that. Oh, it happens. Nah, it don't happen in the World Series. Not like that. And whether you realize it or not, you know, that's going to go down in infamy. They're going to be talking about you 40 years from now. Aaron Judge dropping the fly ball, you know, in the World Series. That changed the whole dynamic of the game and the series around. Up 5-0. There's no way. You helped them. You gave them the momentum to come and tie the game up, win the game, and win the World Series with the defense, which was shoddy throughout the whole series, period. And it showed in game 5 in that 5th inning. It showed, you know, Aaron Judge dropping the ball, you know, the relay to Jazz Chisholm kind of played him out. Garrett Cole not covering first base. Come on, man. What are we doing? You know, Anthony Rizzo, who I feel like has been a liability, period, since he's been on the Yankees. You know, wish him luck in his next go round wherever he ends up. He should have just took charge. Don't worry about what Garrett Cole is going to do. That's what, you know, that's the thing. There's no communication on this team. All right. Garrett Cole standing there watching Rizzo cover. Rizzo standing there watching Garrett Cole cover. And by the Mookie Betts is just going down the line handling his business. And so a lot of that, you know, contributed to the Yankees' demise. All right. A lot of putting the cart before the horse. All right. A lot of focus on home runs, no focus on small ball, moving the runners over. No focus on defense, period, at all. No focus on defense. Right. Make some nice plays, but game 5, or everybody's gonna throw game 5, 5th inning in your face. You turn 3 outs into 6 outs. That's gonna be the vibe. And you gotta live with that. You know, everybody talk about, well, it was a gentleman's sweep and all that. All right, that's interesting, but I'm not really interested. Right. I'm more interested in the fact that, you know, in the World Series that you were definitely in, you know, game 1, walk off by Freddie Freeman, notwithstanding, you still in the series. You know what I mean? And Aaron Boone, I'm not understanding why you put Nestor Cortez in that situation. Because first of all, Freddie Freeman knew what was coming. And he sat on it. And as you see, the delivery ended up in the bleachers in right field in Dodger Stadium. So again, it was, you know, plenty of other things that you could have went to, you know. Again, at the end of the day, it happens. You know, go down 2-0 in LA, come home, go down 3-0, right? Life on the line. It's a New York thing. You know what I mean? Your life is on the line. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do, but you can't contribute to your own demise. And that's what the Yankees did in game 5. So now, what did the Yankees do from here? For me, again, first thing is not the priority shouldn't be keeping Soto, because you know Hal Steinbrenner, who runs the Yankees, is not really interested in spending a whole lot of money like that. He's not nowhere near you know, his father George. You know what I mean? Nowhere near that. He's feeling like he wants to reduce payroll this season. So he's got a situation coming up with Garrett Cole where he's got to either, you know, decide whether he's going to, you know, fulfill the club option or let Garrett Cole do what he does. But I just think, man, that, you know, the Yankees, you know, got what they deserve, man. Got what they deserve. If you have the worst defense in the league throughout the season, it's going to get exposed in the World Series. And it definitely got exposed. A lot of things. It goes back to fundamentals. Like what we try to tell these young cats about fundamentals, man. Know your fundamentals. You know, why you think Mookie Betts keep getting World Series rings? You know what I mean? Again, it's a fundamental thing. It ain't a style thing. It's not a thing about how you look. Juan Soto. It's a fundamental thing. That's how you win World Series. You know, you hustle on balls. You don't let ball play you. You know, and that's just what it is, man. And I feel like, you know, the Yankees, you know, could have done a lot better. If they would have lost in 6, they would have lost in 6. But the way they went out, is not, that doesn't lead to any, like, okay, we could do it again next year and this and that and the third. No, we're going to stay on this because it didn't even have to get to this point. It didn't even have to get here. The Yankees created a monster. The monster was called no defense, and it showed. And now they got to live with it. Does Aaron Boone stay? Does Brian Cashman stay? I think Brian Cashman with the World Series appearance bought him another couple of years, right? He saw all those World Series, right? So I don't think that, in putting the team together, the team got you to a World Series. I don't think that he should, pay a penalty by being fired, losing his job. Now, Aaron Boone, that's a different story. He's been around 7 years. This is the furthest that he's taken the Yankee team, Game 5 of the World Series. I said it on the show down in Sports Talk. I was talking to Yada Bear, and I said, yo, I think that they need another voice in the clubhouse. Aaron Boone, he did his thing. He, got him as far as it can go. But I think a fresh voice, a new voice in that clubhouse. That team is still, young enough to do some things. And still with Aaron Judge putting another year under his belt, veteran leadership. What I think they need to do is definitely improve at first base. Absolutely, you can improve. I think Christian Walker is out there. You can improve at first base. I think that the Yankees are going to end up getting Alex Bregman from Houston Astros to play third base and move Jazz Chisholm to second. So you'll have, if the Yankee things work out, you have whoever at first base, Jazz Chisholm at second, Volpe at short, and then you'll have Alex Bregman at third base. Soto stays. I don't know if I can do another year of Aaron Judge in center field, like 33 years old. You know what I mean? We saw what happened. That's going to be the last image of Aaron Judge in center field, right? Even though he made a great catch early in the game, right? You make the hard catch, but you make the easy catch look hard, and that's the crazy part about it. But at the end of the day, man, I just wanted to say, man, Yankees had a decent season. The World Series notwithstanding, I'm going to be harder on them than, the opponents of the Yankees. Y'all need to come on with some better jokes. You know what I mean? Because I can think of a few myself, But at the end of the day, man, 15 years, this is what they give us. We waited 15 years for this, right? Since 2009. And this is what they give us. And again, as Yankee fans, we spoiled, right? But again, we don't want to turn this into another 15 years before we get back to the World Series. So again, man, that's all I want to say, man. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, man. Yankees, rest in peace. 2024 World Series. You always could catch us down in Sports Talk. Riverside FM, that's the spot where you could catch Down in Sports Talk now until we finish doing Down in Sports Talk. All right, shout out to my co-D Yada Bear. Shout out to Windwalker. Shout out to you. Football season, let's go. Basketball season, let's get it. College basketball season on the way. And that's basically it. Yankees salute. 2025, get ready. The team is going to look a little bit different. But I think that Aaron Judge is going to definitely have to answer a lot of questions about his flub in the World Series and his whole performance, all-around performance in the postseason. I mean, he hit a home run. That's cool, but that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? But how come it had to take us to get, down 3-1, you know what I mean, to show up, right? So, again, man, let them cats enjoy their offseason and get back to it. And we'll see what happens in 2025. All right? Down in Sports Talk, Tuesday nights, 8, Riverside FM, YouTube. Peace. That's still my team.